Hello gamers, welcome to the Armbar Arcade and welcome to Sonic Adventure. We were just in the options menu so we could access the sound test. Not quite sure how loud this is going to be, so tell me how the audio levels are. It's all looking alright in here. And we are going to complete Sonic's story today in Sonic Adventure. Now I would complete the whole game, but that will take hours, and there's Big the Cat fishing parts which I don't particularly want to do. That being said, we have an interesting challenge for completing Sonic's story. Every time I die, I will be taking a shot of whiskey, because, you know, why wouldn't you do that? I'm also quite confident that I won't die more than 5 times. So, there we go, we'll lower the game a little bit, see how that is. But yeah, shot of whiskey every time we die. We're going to try and die less than 5 times, and we're going to try and die less than 10 times for sure, because that might start causing some issues. So yeah, we've got our Sonic snapback, we've got our Sonic jumper. I think we're pretty much ready to get into it, eh? Now this was the first complete series I did on the Armbar Arcade, and looking back on it, not super happy with the edited version of it, so I'm streaming it because why not? Let's play it again. Let's do a better version of a playthrough. We're in Station Square, Sonic's home for Sonic Adventure. He hasn't always lived in Station Square. I don't know whether it's just the adventure game that he lives in Station Square for, but here we are. We've got some people. Well, I mean, she's sort of floating. They're doing like front moonwalks, but okay, I guess. There's a helicopter, which is also kind of floating, and a ball of light. And now a hedgehog. Wow, all these people in one city. And a clearly 2D backdrop. Wonderful. Oh yeah!
This is happening.
This is happening. Yeah, you're right, Sonic. And he's just going to jump off a building, and that's the end of the game. Oh no, he's survived. Never mind. What's up? Let's play the first complete series again. You're right, Nick. I found myself fairly boring in the first complete series. Let's be honest, I didn't have much on-mic experience. I didn't have any stream experience. So we're going to do it again, but better. I've got the rumble pack in the Dreamcast, so I can feel every rumble. I've got a memory card in case the Dreamcast crashes. We are prepared for this stream. Here's Chaos Zero. He's got no Chaos Emeralds, but he's still a bit of a... I don't know what you call him. A sort of a blob. He's not made of Play-Doh, but he also can't be injured by bullets. So, hello Black and Mild. Welcome. Hopefully you like Sonic Adventure, because that's what we're doing. So the police can't defeat Chaos, but a tiny blue hedgehog, yes he can. Protect and Survive does not play, hopefully. Here we go. Chaos Zero. Now this is a pretty easy fight. I don't know quite how easily you can do it, but I would have thought it's within the sort of 30-second range. You can get injured, but you've just got to be careful, because I have agreed to take a shot of whiskey for every death. So we'll play it safe. He's gone up on the lampposts. He does this. I think you can defeat him before he goes up on the lamppost, but we're going to not take our chances with that one. 30 seconds, nearly dead on. Not bad. And it's a cutscene. He's just going to stand there in silence while Chaos sort of morphs down the drain.
Where you going?
EA Sports. It's in the drain. Well, Chaos is anyway. The biggest threat to Station Square has entered the sewer system. Fair enough, I guess. Police don't seem too concerned. Thames Water don't seem too concerned.
Fool. It's Chaos, the god of destruction.
Here's Echoey Robotnik. It's funny, a lot of the lines for this game sometimes sound like they were just recorded in a room. So he'll be like, "You know nothing, fool," but it's just like me talking to you. It's like, did you not have a professional recording studio to make this game in, Sonic Team? Like, it's one of the best Sonic games. Imagine the worst ones. Oh wait, we know about those. So yeah, Sonic's chilling out because obviously Chaos is not a threat to the city. And then there's a plane crash. Is that Tails?
Tails?
So I've got coffee for when I don't die, whiskey for when I do. Right, Tails is dead.
Now, what am I gonna
So
do?
Sonic's jumped off a building in the first 10 minutes. Tails has crashed a plane. It's not going well, really, is it? Anyway, stage 1. There's 10 stages, so we're making good progress so far. Now, Emerald Coast is kind of one of my first Dreamcast memories, because the Dreamcast is 20 years old, I think, last week. Didn't manage to do the video on the right week, but, you know, better late than never. So yeah, Emerald Coast is one of my sort of early Dreamcast memories, because one of the first 6 games I had was Sonic Adventure, and I just sort of popped this in and I was like, whoa, what is this? Because up until that point, I'd only experienced the Game Boy Color. So we've gone the wrong way slightly. So yeah, the Dreamcast was a massive upgrade from the Game Boy Color. I was like, 3 dimensions. There's a 3rd dimension. I didn't even know about this one. And yeah, I mean, as far as platformers go, like, Sonic Adventure isn't the absolute best, but sometimes the first game of a certain type you play kind of leaves an everlasting imprint on you. And that's certainly true with Sonic Adventure. Some people played Sonic Adventure 2 first, or preferred it on the GameCube, I find. Why not mix whiskey and coffee? Well, maybe. That's like an Irish coffee, is it not? Or is that some sort of like Baileys or liqueur? I don't know. We'll see how many times I die first. If I'm not dying, I'll gladly have a few shots of whiskey anyway, but on the off chance we end up dying about 10 times in Skydeck, I think I'll hedge my bets for now. Lots of bouncy pads. Could have got the life one up, but I'm not intending to die on this run, so we don't need too many more extra lives. We've got another one for collecting 100 rings. That's going to happen pretty often in this run, I would have thought. I used to do this for fun as a kid, just run through Sonic's story in a couple of hours. It's doable. We're going to try and get the... we were going to try and get the fast boots, but we'll see if we can get this high up. There we go, a little shortcut there. Running on the ceiling, and that saves us doing a little bit of running, and it also gives us an extra life, which is great. Gonna do the washing machine. There he goes. See, it's quite a chill beach stage. It's a good opening stage, you know. You don't want too much drama in your opening stage. You want it to be nice and chill, not too difficult, and easy to just get hang of the controls, which are basically run forwards. Lots of checkpoints as well in this one. I don't remember there being so many checkpoints later on when you actually need them. I've always had a problem with this. Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Are you ready for what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you let go after 3, you don't get to the top. What a terrible tutorial. She needs to tell you about the existence of panels 4 and 5, really. There we go, through the loop. And I think this is the last part of the stage. It's not very difficult at all. There's dolphins jumping over us, and there is Tails. Boom.
Yes.
3 minutes. This is reminiscent of Sonic Unleashed, which was like, day stage, 3 minutes. Night stage, 27 minutes.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not good. So yeah, we've completed level C, which is basically do the objective, and then I think level B is like do it better with like 100 rings, and level A is like do it in a minute and with 100 rings and don't die and use any hints, and we're not doing that. We're just going to complete it, okay? So, Tails, what you been up to?
Hey, Sonic. Long time no see, huh?
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, you are pretty unhurt after a major plane
What
crash.
happened anyway? You're too good of a pilot to just crash like that.
You're an amazing pilot, yet
That was
You
a
spiraled
test
into the
using a
floor.
new prototype propulsion system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Why not just use my plane, the Tornado?
Why has everyone got
Hey,
planes
you
in
gotta
this
check out
game?
my newest power supply.
Yep, we defeated Chaos Zero, but there's more Chaos I to come.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Chaos Emerald!
Yep. I just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds during one of my
Yeah, I
tests.
just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds
This
just
thing's got
lying
unlimited
about.
Power, you know. So I figured, why not use it to power my plane? Supercharge!
Guess AJ could do with a Chaos Emerald for his Velveteen
Come on,
meme
come over to my
dragster.
workshop, Sonic. I've got something I've got to show you. It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train. Let's
So we're
go.
off to the Mystic Ruins, which are both mystic and ruined. What has ruined them? You never find out, actually. So you can now play with Tails, which we're not going to do because all of his stages are the exact same as Sonic's ones. So there's no point. Can we kill Tails? He sounds like a child. No, because he sounds more like a child in Sonic Heroes. In this game, he's bearable. In Sonic Heroes, he's like, "Hey Sonic, I'm a child." And it's like, who gave you a 5-year-old voice actor? It's not good. Here at least, he's like 7 or 8, you know. Anywho, we're getting the train. We're doing our daily commute to work to the Mystic Ruins. What could possibly be waiting for us? Is it Dr. Robotnik? Probably. The jump sound effect is great. Wing. Wing. Up the stairs. And it's a cutscene.
If it isn't Sonic!
I could have voice acted Robotnik. If it isn't Sonic!
The giant talking egg!
Silence!
Silence, I kill you.
Dr. Robotnik, the greatest scientific genius.
I love
in the
Dr.
world.
Robotnik's theme though, it's absolutely banging.
Whatever you say, Eggman!
Enough! I've got big plans, and now I'm gonna put them to
Just
work.
jamming out to it.
You're always up to no good. Now what do you want?
I want all of the Chaos Emeralds. Better not interfere.
Or else. Or else what?
Or else what?
I knew that was coming.
Loser?
Or else I'll take them from you by force. The hard way.
Oh, I don't like the hard way. He has a lot of like transforming ships thinking about it. Maybe that's just an Eggman thing. A Robotnik thing. We will not call him Eggman on this stream. It was weird, like after this game, or during this game, they just started calling him Eggman out of nowhere and everyone's like, why is he Eggman? He's Robotnik, that's his name. Right, this is one of the most cheese boss fights you can have. So basically, we just avoid these. Wait around a little bit. He goes for us. We move out the way, and then that's it. Just tap the A button. Done. Speedrunner's dream, to be honest.
Hey, I'll play with
Not
you
that we're
some other
speedrunning
time.
this, because I have no idea of the strategies you could use to get through a broken game that fast. The hard way is a little bit kinky. We won't be doing the hard way. We'll be going the easy way, don't worry. It's loading. It's weird. Some cutscenes take like a little while to load for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, he's bouncing. He's got them hydraulics in his egg hornet. Get low.
Well, that
Get
wasn't
low,
so
get low,
hard.
get low. Hello, James. Welcome to the stream.
Oh no!
I'm completing Sonic Adventure for some reason. Well, a Sonic story. He's not even holding it. He's just like,
Chaos?
chaos? Yes, chaos. It's this dude. I like that you can see his brain.
Oh,
It's
isn't
like,
that the same monster I saw the other day?
creepy. Feed him. One of his arms is much more muscular than the other. What has he been doing?
Predicted.
Don't answer that.
His strength increases increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible.
And work for me.
And work for me.
Yes, Robotnik.
Together, we'll destroy Station Square.
I don't understand why he wants to destroy Station Square and then build another city. Like, just change what's in the city. There's no need to destroy it. Surely it's more expensive to destroy and rebuild than just edit the current city, you know? I don't think Eggman is a boss in Yakuza 6.
Sonic!
I don't know if you're referencing something, Nick, but having played all of Yakuza 6, no.
Without more emeralds, the monster can't transform. So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does.
I suppose. Tails is like, let's get all the emeralds. It's like, I mean, if you want. So, we're going to go up here. Oh, what's this mysterious... Oh. Yeah, the controls in this game are a little bit... It's like, press B to pick things up. Also press B to, like, speed off the edge of a cliff. Yeah, we're just going to jump off a cliff. Wonderful. It's the fastest way to do it. And it's round... Nope. Round the other side. I forget where things are sometimes. Here we... No? There? It's not there, is it? We'll find it eventually. There's an entrance to the level. I think it's round here. Yes, here we go. So we put the key on the pedestal. The key is floating. Whee! There we go. It's got a bit windy. Eggman's mouth isn't moving when he speaks because he has dental implants, so he's like, ha ha, this is my plan. So we gotta get the Chaos Emerald in Windy Valley, which is a really good stage. I like Windy Valley. I mean, I like Sonic Adventure, but you know. There we go, we've got the magnetic power-up, which attracts rings to us. We're gonna go through the checkpoint just in case. And then we're gonna boing, boing, boing. So in this level there's lots of wind, so you can just run straight forwards and the wind will carry you where you need to go. When I first played it, I had a bit of trouble working that out, and I was like, but he's just going to fall off the edge. But he doesn't. So, good. Don't fall off the edge. If we can get to the other side, there's an extra life. And then the wind carries us up into this tornado. A player suffering an injury on their first play of the career. That is unfortunate.
Head straight up.
That's like getting knocked out in 1 second in your UFC debut or something, you know. You can't really recover from that.
It will take you to panels 2 and
So
3.
we're heading our way up through the tornado.
Or else you'll fall.
It's got a pretty funky soundtrack. I don't know if this is what tornadoes actually sound like. I've never been inside one. But yeah, you've got to find your way to the top to get out of the tornado. Obviously, that's how weather works. I love this game's soundtrack, by the way. Like, it is absolutely banging. I think nearly all Sonic games have really good soundtracks, even if they're a terrible game. Like Sonic 06 didn't even have a bad soundtrack, and that is like an awful, awful game, but soundtrack's fine. The only Sonic game I can recall with a bad soundtrack is Sonic Chronicles for the DS. It was like an RPG Sonic game, but some of the songs from that are absolutely terrible. Like, I couldn't listen to more than 5 seconds of them. We're gonna rocket over here. It's quite a fast-paced game as well. Like, you find yourself going into rockets and then going across the stage and over here and over there. I like that. Our UFC 231 is going to be absolutely dope. I've seen the press conference for it was really good, actually. I watched the press conference and just got to concentrate for a moment. Yeah, I watched the press conference and I was really impressed with kind of how respectful Max and Brian Ortega were being to each other, because obviously the whole Conor McGregor thing of like insult your opponent until they quit, and it's like, no, let's have some actual respect for each other. It's good. So we're going to head for this bit, which is a nice little downhill run. Sonic games should be about speed. I think somewhere along the way they kind of forgot about that and they thought it was about taking speed while developing them, but it's actually about keeping speed through the levels and just, I mean, it's like a 3D version of one of the 2D games, you know. It's just quick, it's fast, it's fun to play. That's all you really want. Too fast sometimes, but I've seen like actual speedrunners do massive skips in this level where you can just fall down and kind of find your way back onto the right path. Those are my picks too, James. I'm taking Ortega and Shevchenko, so I might put a bet on, who knows. Anyway, that's level 2 complete. We are 1/5 through this game already. Can you believe it? That whiskey's looking tempting because we haven't died yet, but if we get through a 3rd stage, we'll have a whiskey just for the fun of it. So that was pretty fun. We've got a Chaos Emerald. What are we going to do with it? I think we're going to go back to Station Square. I'm just going to check the advice bubble because sometimes there's other things you have to do.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
That's one of my favourite like hints. Instead of being, you know, oh, go to Station Square, something's happening. It's just like, you might find something, as in, we don't know why, but just go to Station Square. It's the next level. It's there. That's the hint. Just go there. Wow, 1:30 kickoffs. And how long do NFL games last? It's like 3 or 4 hours, is it not? So, yeah, that's not great. Now, who likes casinos? Because that's where we're going. We're heading to the casino. Well, once we're done bouncing off a door. The movement in this game is... it's consistent, but it's consistently weird. From now, the casino is open at night. Great. Can I not go through the door to the casino? Have I forgotten how this game works? Maybe. I know there's something you can do over here, but I'm not sure if we can do it yet. I think we might need the ring bracelet. I think we do need the ring bracelet. So we don't want to go that way. We want to go to the casino. I'll find a way. I think we have to... do you have to find Amy or someone? I don't know. See what the hint ball says.
There's a place somewhere.
Oh, you have to go in the sewer. Yeah, I remember.
Into the sewer.
To get... this is the thing. It's like, go to Station Square. You might want to go to the sewer. Who in their right mind is thinking, to progress in this game, I'm going to go to the sewer? But no, that's what you have to do. That's just how it works. So you go in the sewer, up onto this platform, and there's an upgrade waiting for you because, I don't know, it's just how the game works. If I had to take a whiskey for every time the game did something weird, then we really would be drunk.
Button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the light speed dash.
So we've just learned the light speed dash.
Lets you race toward rings at light speed. As long as
yeah,
there's
thank
a trail
you.
of rings, you can go just
excellent,
about
right,
anywhere.
thank you for that. Tutorializing. Not a big fan. There we go, so we get back out the sewers. We come through this dude's shop. He's a bit confused as to why there's a hedgehog coming through the back door of his shop. Sorry, mate. And now we can go to the casino because it's night time. Let's try not to get run over there, huh? I'm sure this is how all the legit speedrunners run as Sonic. Not into cars, though. Yeah, it has a weird way of introducing its stages. It's like, you might want to go over here. Now you might want to pick this up. Oh, you can get into the stage. It's like, could you not have introduced that through the story in some way? I don't know, I feel like they could have. Anyway, this is the crazy puzzle to get into the stage. Oh. Sometimes it doesn't work. And then the rings disappear, so you have to get the rings back. And then run back over here, and then line it up. And then press the big old button. Yeah, there we go. And we're in! Stage 3. So we've got to get the Chaos Emerald, but in order to get the Chaos Emerald, we have to earn quite a lot of rings, dump them in a pile, and jump off the rings to the Chaos Emerald. So we're going to play some pinball, because every Sonic game must have a pinball stage. I don't mind pinball, but like, why? Why must every Sonic game have a pinball stage? Especially the one in Sonic Heroes. Who else thought that was absolutely, like, the worst stage of Sonic Heroes? Oh great, well, that was our first ball. We didn't do much with that one. I like the jazz music in this stage. If we get under 100 rings on this pinball table, I'm going to take my first whiskey. It's looking likely. We've got 0 balls, which is not something I often get told. We'll do a little flipper wiggle while we wait. Will we get to 100? Maybe. No. Right, cheers. So we're in the underground part of the casino because we didn't get enough rings to get tossed out back to the overground part. This is fine. It gives us an opportunity to collect some more rings. We must be careful not to lose our rings in this bit though, otherwise it's all for nothing. So we're going to use this little air current to get up into the next part. Hopefully. Yes. There we go. It's a little running sequence. Lots of rings on offer in this bit. Just have to be careful to hold on to them. There we go. In here. More running. There's a lot of running in Sonic games. These are the things that can deny us our rings. Got to be careful of these big spiky boys. Very careful of the big spiky boys. I can see the ladder. There's a big ladder. Oh no! You're having a laugh. The very final obstacle before we get to the... Alright, you dry yourself off, Sonic. Before we get back over ground and we lose our rings. Yes, Sonic Spinball was a thing, but... I don't know. It's not advertising for Sonic Spinball, is it? Because that was released years before this. So, I don't know. Anyway, we've basically done nothing there. We've got 11 rings. That was absolutely a pitiful performance. And really, I deserve to take a shot for that. So, we're back on the pinball tables. I think you need about 300 rings for this, so... This could be the longest stage. All the other ones I can reliably complete in about 5 to 10 minutes. This one could take a while. I remember playing it for ages as a kid because I couldn't figure out you had to jump on the rings. I was like, okay, so it's making me play pinball. And then when I go in this room, it shakes all my rings out. So we played it for probably 3 or 4 hours, just this stage. And I was like, oh, what if I jump on this pile of rings? It's like, you got the Chaos Emerald. I was like, oh, I could have done that about an hour ago. Why is pinball so difficult? This is a question I must ask. Like, even when I've been to arcades and played pinball in the arcade, like, it's kind of difficult. We didn't win anything. Maybe next time. Well, there will not... Hey, 69 rings. Oh, it's gone to 70. But yeah, maybe next time. I don't know how many rings you need to not do the underground bit. I think it's 100 and something. So let's hope that we get 100 and something rings. It's dangerous to say... Yeah, it's dangerous to say that because then we won't. And we're back underground. Let's try not to lose our rings this time because we could go around in circles like this all day and I just do not feel like doing that. This will be like the longest stream ever if we don't get any rings. And to be fair, AJ pretty much claimed that title with his 3.5 hour Pro Street stream on Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday. We're going to try not to go 3.5 hours with this, but I can't remember quite how long it takes to complete, like, normally, so maybe we will. Who knows? Get your seatbelts on. It might be a long stream. So there's no real danger here. We've got about 200 rings, which isn't bad. I'm gonna murder. I'm honestly gonna murder. I need to be far more careful than I am being. So far, we've had 2 games of pinball, and what have we gained? 12 rings? 11 ring? No rings. Yeah, that... Sonic got the point. Hilarious. Hello, Preston. Thank you for that pun. Yeah, maybe we're going to try the other pinball game, because I think it's easier to get more rings. And if you get enough rings, you get plonked out here instead of downstairs. So you can just deposit all your rings instead of, I don't know, losing them. So here you match up all the cards that you collect, and then it gives you rings and points, and I don't know. It's a weird one. And I think the cards are vaguely based on characters from the Knights franchise, which is good. I like the Knights franchise. Nights into Dreams, I think, on the Wii was really decent. So yeah, we didn't match anything there, so we don't get any rings. But we are slowly collecting rings, and I think this is a slightly slower table as well, so it's easier not to lose your ball. Because if there's one thing we don't need to do, it's lose our balls. I don't think we're matching any cards, but at least we're not losing our balls. Neutering has not occurred. There should be a hand that's like 0 pair. It's like 1 pair, 2 pair, 0 pair. There is also a bonus table that you can find at this if you do well enough. I'm not sure we will because I'm atrocious at the pinball elements, but the rest of Sonic gameplay I can deal with. I think as well we might even get enough rings on this. As soon as I say we'll lose a ball, but I think we might get enough rings on this to avoid the sewer punishment. This table being quite nice and just bouncing our ball back in there despite the fact we were about to lose it. It was like, no, you have another turn. You're clearly terrible at this. And we are bad at this. I say we like you guys are involved. If you have any pinball advice, now is the time. Yeah, this is kind of like the slowest stage of the game, so... Hey, that's better. So yeah, when you do well, it deposits you here. And you run down the hallway, you stand on the step, and you get shaken out of all your rings. I don't think 194 is quite enough. There you go, you can see all of our rings there in a pile, you can see the Chaos Emerald. We're going to need to go back into that pinball table and earn some more rings. I think this stage is a good like change up from normal Sonic gameplay. It's just a little bit slow if you're bad at pinball. Well, I think with another 200 or so rings we should be able to jump up and grab that Chaos Emerald and get back on our way. So yeah, more pinball! Hooray! I quite liked there was a Pokemon pinball Ruby and Sapphire game for the Game Boy Advance. That was good. Hit the flaps when the ball comes. Oh, thank you, Black and Mild. I had never realised you had to hit the flaps when the ball comes. I'll try that. Sarcasm will be met with sarcasm. That's just how the stream works. There we go, we've got 2 pair. Do we get anything for 2 pair? Yeah, some rings. Or just a little bonus sound, I guess. Suddenly we're good at pinball. Okay, we're on the bonus table. We're going to collect loads of cards, hopefully loads of rings. See if we can make a good poker hand. Where's our royal flush when we need it? 2 pair again. Nice. A little bit of a ring bonus going on for 2 pair. Yeah, the original Pokemon Pinball's good, and I don't know if you've played the Ruby and Sapphire one, but I think that's even better. Like, the variety of tables and, like, what you can do in it is wonderful. So we've got 3 of a kind, and we're going to take a journey through the little Knights-themed extra stage. I mean, this is like a fever dream. There's trees that are upside down. Knights is just zooming around on top of that temple. I've got no control of Sonic whatsoever. And there's those little angel things. I don't know what's going on. It's a good tune though. Yeah, this is definitely the table. The other table was just far too difficult to earn rings at. Yeah, there's not that many good pinball games, to be honest. I quite like, there's a pinball collection called Gottlieb Pinball Classics, or Gottlieb, I don't know how it's pronounced, it's German. But that's got lots of different pinball tables, and if you want like actual pinball, that's probably the best pinball game I can think of. Pinball Fun from the Simple series, surprisingly, it's absolutely terrible, don't play it. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. This is what happens if you do acid. You become Sonic and you're just trapped in this world of like knights and upside down trees and mountains. It's weird. It's odd. I don't know why they included this. Like when I first played it as a kid, I knew nothing of knights either, and I was like, okay. I was doing the AJ. Okay. I can't do that because I've got a pop filter. So it'll filter out any pop. No Britney Spears will get through here. Surely we have enough rings now. Maybe I should just throw this game of pinball. Because we've been playing this stage for 11 minutes. This is like a nighttime Sonic Unleashed stage. It's got that bad. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of our balls. More neutering taking place here. Perfectly placed boing sound. So yeah, we should have enough rings in theory to make it all the way up to that Chaos Emerald. It's looking shiny. I think if you time it right, you can set off the thing so that Tails gets grabbed instead of you do. But we don't want that. Hey!
Yes!
Just 12 minutes to complete that stage.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. It was pretty bad. I am not a speedrunner by any means. But this is more of a nostalgic, easy stream than it is a speedrun, because who wants to speedrun Sonic Adventure, really? I mean, no disrespect to Sonic Adventure speedrunners, but I'm sure there are better games. Like Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, what's that? Maybe I should go and pick it up. I'm gonna pour myself another whiskey. Oh look, it's Robotnik again.
Oh no, the Chaos Emerald!
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, jeez.
And we only just got that.
Eggman.
Sleeping gas. See, I don't know why he has to do that. It's only so that Robotnik gets the emerald. But like, drugging Sonic? Really? So yeah, we've been drugged.
Oh man, what happened to that emerald?
I think it was taken. Taken 3.
I guess Eggman's got one of them. But the other one's safe. That guy must be desperate.
That means his 2 to our 1, and that's not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to get busy.
Come on, Sonic, we need to go ultra high pitched for some reason. So yeah, there's an ice stone just around here. We're going to grab that. It looks like a key. Maybe I can use it in the Mystic Ruin. Yeah, we can. Yeah, of course we can. So yeah, we're just going to run through to the train station, grab a train to the Mystic Ruins while still holding on to this massive ice stone. Do you think Southeastern would let you on a train with this big old ice stone, or would they make you pay for another ticket? I mean, it's the same size as Sonic. It's nearly as large as him, look.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing
Oh, we
soon.
better get on it. Now, one thing I like to do as a kid is run all the way through the train, so we're going to try that in a bit. You can't do it while holding something because you're pretty slow when you're holding the ice stone. But we will try that in a little while. So yeah, a mountain has just sort of collapsed for no reason in the Mystic Ruins. Part of the reason why it's such a ruin is things like that just happen. We're just going to jump off there because no fall damage. And then, how do we... Oh, it's round... Is it round here? I don't know, I forget with Sonic games. Here we go. Even though I've played this a fair amount, it's still like... What do I do here? We don't know. So yeah, we're going to stick this ice stone on the ice key thing, maybe? Maybe we are. Oh. No, the Dreamcast is going to reset itself, so we'll just let it do that and pick up from where we left off, hopefully. The Dreamcast does this sometimes. It's 20 years old. Give it a break. It doesn't sound old, but for a console, like, yeah, it's old. At least it's saved literally just before we did that. Although we might have to go and pick up the ice stone, so I don't know. Yeah, it's Sonic Team. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes loading doesn't do the Dreamcast much good.
Select a file.
I'm hoping we've still got the ice stone, though, otherwise we're going to have to go and get it and then come back, but it's not the end of the world.
Select a...
Let's get him!
That's a good point, actually. Did Robonic... Robonic? Who's Robonic? It's like Sonic and Robotnik mixed into one. No. Did Robotnik need Sonic to get the emerald because he... I'm not sure it's social skills. I think it's just pinball skills that he doesn't have. How dare you bring us to the Mystic Ruins without the ice key? Now I've got to go back and get it. Rage. This doesn't happen to speedrunners. It just doesn't. I have played Sonic Adventure DX, and I was considering using it for this stream so that I didn't have the chance of the Dreamcast resetting on me. But I thought, nah, it's the 20th anniversary of the Dreamcast. We plan on Dreamcast. But hopefully that'll be the only reset. If it keeps resetting, I'm going to be like, I wish I'd played this on the GameCube. What's weird is, oh look, there's Big the Cat. Let's go and... No. But yeah, what's weird is people who played the GameCube version seem to prefer Sonic Adventure 2 Battle to Sonic Adventure. But people who played the Dreamcast seem to prefer Sonic Adventure to Sonic Adventure 2. Which is just a little oddity. I think maybe Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was just that much better.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will
Whereas
be
Sonic
departing
Adventure
soon.
DX is literally just like this. I've also realised there's an entrance to the train station here, so we'll just use that, I guess. And hope that the game doesn't re-crash on us, because that would be bad. In we go. Why does everyone hate Big? Have you tried his fishing levels? They suck. I don't know, I don't really like Big the Cat. I think Tails stages, you just replay Sonic stages. Knuckles stages are good. Amy's stages are okay because they've sort of redesigned some of Sonic's stages. E101 I can do without. And then Big the Cat is just like the absolute worst of all 6 characters. And then Tails and Robotnik's levels become the worst in Sonic Adventure 2, I think. The key is floating. Great, let's go. Let me in. So there's a pool of water coming up. But you can jump over it. Otherwise you just get wet. Big old ladder. And we're into Ice Cap. Stage 4. Action stage. There is some action though. It's good. I mean, do you like Big, Preston? Maybe you do. Because if I recall, you like a bit of Sonic Unleashed and 06 and some of the bad games. So maybe you do. I think there is a place up there where you can clip through if you were speedrunning. We are not speedrunning. Because I can't do things like that. I have very little gaming skill as it is. Remind me again why I love video games. Oh. Like I said, very little skill. And then sometimes the game doesn't even punt you up to where you need to be. You need to grab on, Sonic. You need to grab onto that so that I can... Okay. There we go. Sometimes the game won't even let you play it. It's just like, no, he doesn't want to grab on. Right, there we go. We made it. There's a little bit of slowdown sometimes in Sonic Adventure, which is weird because in other games I don't think there is as much slowdown, but Sonic Adventure has a few moments where it's just like, I'm trying to load, please let me load. Anyway, we're on to this next little stage. So we're going to fall all the way down here. It's just easier like that. We're going to walk into those because I just didn't see that coming. So we got these little spiky spikes at the top. We've got to be a little bit careful of them, but for the most part they can't hurt us. We're going to pop up here. A lot of bounce pads in this one. We're basically just going to try and get through as fast as we possibly can. These bits require a little bit of precision. Not too much. As a character, he's alright. Okay, I can get behind alright. Nice to see you. I don't know, we're going to have to do better than that. There's some good puns to be made. Especially involving eggs. Eggman and all that, like Final Egg, the Egg Hornet, the Egg Viper. Get your best egg puns ready. In fact, get your best snowboarding puns ready first. There's no sport like it. It's snowboarding. I don't know why that wood is there, but it just disintegrates as we touch it. Here we go, we're going to snowboard. I don't like Sonic stages like this, where they're facing backwards. It just kind of irks me, especially in Sonic Adventure 2 as well, when the truck is chasing you in City Escape. I'm like, let me see where I'm going. Otherwise I don't know where the rings are. I don't know where the obstacles are. It's just kind of like, oh, there was a jump there, you missed it because you can't see. Haha, he's just egging me on. I like it. You ski what I mean. This is better. This is a good level of pun game. Let's keep it up. I used to quite like snowboarding and extreme sports as a kid, like the Winter X games. They were just fun to watch, and it was good to see people doing weird stuff. Not weird stuff, but like unconventional sports, should I say. Let's do a trick. Do a flip, Sonic. Okay. Yeah, so these little ramps allow us to do tricks, and tricks are basically useless because apart from getting up our speed a little bit, it's just to look cool, you know? It is a bit SSX up here, isn't it? The only other kind of extreme sports snowboarding game I can think of for the Dreamcast was Sega Extreme Sports, which is kind of a niche title, but it was okay. I think that had cycling. I remember there being cycling and some sort of winter sport, but past that, I really don't remember Sega Extreme Sports that well. It wasn't a great game, it was just fine. Like, there's a lot of great Dreamcast games, but that was definitely on the list of ones that were definitely Dreamcast games. And yet we've slowed right down for some reason. Thanks, Sonic. Yeah! And here's the end of the stage, where we get a Chaos Emerald, or maybe a capsule. No, it's a Chaos Emerald. Sometimes you get a capsule full of tiny animals.
Yes!
Because of course you do. That was very inoffensive. We're on the fence with that pun.
Yeah, not bad.
I must of course click my knees because I'm an old man. Oh. When will I learn and get a gaming chair? Haven't actually fully died yet as Sonic, so the whiskey idea, while good, is kind of going to waste. So I'm just going to drink some whiskey while I play. So I think we're off to Twinkle Park in a moment, but first... I did get it, Preston, thank you. I hit a fence, yeah. Who's this over here? Get your best oh no's ready in chat, because it's coming.
What's up, Knuckles?
His name is Knuckles, and unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle.
Something bugging you?
No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emeralds you have, right now.
What? Let's just see you take them. Huh.
Ha! Right, it's oh no time.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. And that was all three of them.
Oh no! The Chaos Emeralds!
And who's going to show up but Dr. Robotnik to steal the emeralds, of course.
Eggman.
No, Dr. Robotnik, not Eggman.
Ha! Like taking candy from a baby.
Like taking emeralds from a Sonic. It's pretty easy.
That's a Chaos
Like,
Emerald.
when does Sonic not get them stolen off him?
That's right, fool. You made it all too easy. You practically gave
We
them
basically
to me.
did.
Hold it right there, creep! You can't get away with
He's
this.
not going to get away with this.
Don't tell me Eggman tricked you again.
Me? What about you?
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds.
And there's only 7. He's got 4/7 of all the Chaos Emeralds. Ah, here he is. He's got both arms ripped now. He's been alternating.
These are for you, my friend.
What's he gonna look like after transformation? I mean, that's pretty different.
Oh, he transformed again.
Man, no one ever cuts us any slack.
Yeah, to be fair, like, how is Robotnik always just where Sonic has got the emerald from? Like, if he's already there, why doesn't he just get the emerald anyway for himself? Like, can't he snowboard? Is he bad at snowboarding? Is that the problem? He's bad at pinball and, oh, snowboarding. So we have to wait until he rears his head out of the water, like that, and then we attack. 4 times. And we sort of have to keep a track of where he is because he can make us lose rings if he finds us. And he does these sonic blasts, which are fine. This isn't the hardest boss fight, really. It's just time consuming. Especially if you miss one of those, because you have to wait through his sequences. Sonic can also apparently walk on water. He's a bit Jesus-y, you know. Oh, careful. Careful of his balls. Always got to be careful of his balls. Oh, and apparently we got hit by nothing, so that's fine. Do you have to hit him 5 times, or is it 4? I don't know. It's too many, whatever it is. And the camera keeps switching so that I can't see Chaos. That's great. Great job, cameraman. You're really earning your pay. We're not even paying him, to be honest, so I can see why he'd be angry at us. You gonna poke your head out? Are ya? He is. One more. We got this. Chaos 4 is my least favourite Chaos fight. Like, Final Chaos is an amazing boss fight. Chaos 0 is basically completely inoffensive. Chaos 6 is good. Chaos 4 is just like, ugh, it's the water bit. Come on, poke your head out. What did I get hit by? Oh, he's transformed into balls again. Stop hitting me. I need to get a ring, to be honest. No? Are you going to poke your head out? Come on. Come on. There it is. Boom.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
I think that's deserving of some whiskey, don't you? We didn't die, but it's worth a whiskey. Oh, what's that floating in the clouds? It's the Sky Deck. Powered by, I don't know, not Chaos Emeralds, because he's just fed them to Chaos. Powered by the tears of Amy Rose, I suppose. Who knows?
Behold
Yeah, Sky Heck is a better name for it.
masterpiece, the egg carrier.
Oh, it's the Egg Carrier as well, but yeah, Sky Deck is the level.
In comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu until we meet again, my friends.
Random French there from Robotnik. Adieu. Yes, adieu to you too. And he is gone.
Hey, we can't let him
Well,
get
what are we
away.
going to do?
Let's get to my workshop and we'll take
Oh,
the
we're going to actually
tornado.
fly our plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys go.
I'm going to stay here and think about getting beaten up
I
by
have some
Sonic.
unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Why are we friendly now? Like, he literally caused us to lose 2 Chaos Emeralds. And we're just like, yeah, that's fine, Knuckles. Don't worry. Now you can play with Knuckles. I don't want to. I mean, he's got the second best stages in the game, but I don't want to. There we go. We're getting the plane.
Sonic, wait here for a second.
Okay. And so we waited. What could he possibly be doing? Bit of an earthquake. Eh? Oh wow, robotic palm trees. It's like the Thunderbirds. It may well be a giant rip-off of Meta Knight's ship from Kirby, considering this is a giant rip-off of Thunderbird 2's launch deck, I think. It's completely possible that Sega are just ripping everything off in this game.
Sonic, hop in.
Hop in, except there's only one seat. Hop on is what you mean. How is this not dangerous?
Let's go.
Would you stand on a 747? Because I sure wouldn't. Anyway, we're off. The last time Tails flew a plane, he crashed it, so that's looking good for us, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really like Sky Chase. I think it's... Is it called Sky Chase? I think it is. Whatever this action stage is called, it's a bit of a... You shoot, you get closer to the air carrier. It's not that fun. I know they wanted lots of different gameplay types for the Sonic game, but really this is... It's not a shoot 'em up. It's not anything really. So yeah. The most tedious part of Sonic Adventure. Right here. Apart from fishing. Fishing is the absolute worst. Did you know there was a fishing controller for the Sega Dreamcast? Which I think worked for Sega Bass Fishing, and I believe you could use it on Sonic Adventure, but there were no other uses for it. Like, who would be using a fishing controller for like Jet Set Radio? Fishing controller completion of Shenmue. If we get 4,000 subs, I'll consider it. I don't think superglue is going to save you, Preston. I'm going to be honest. I think superglue might be a bit weak for this use. Maybe flex tape. Flex tape seems like it could work. I mean, it is a biplane, but I don't think that makes it any more safe to be 37,500 feet in the air. Yeah, if Richard Hammond did it, it should be fine. Let's just flip a car and see if we all come out okay. I don't know. I'm sure it's not quite as dangerous for a hedgehog, but I'm just worried about him. You know, with all of his recent game releases, I'm like, are you okay, Sonic? Are you alright there? So yeah, several different camera angles later, and we're still in this stage. in a lot of ways you can pass this without even using the controller. I don't think it's that hard. Are we done? I think we're done. We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
Achievement, yeah! Ah yes, we now need to shoot into his, I don't know, nuclear reactor or whatever it is. Or is that stage 2? I think that's Sky Chase Act 2 you have to shoot into there. 37%, I'll take that. We got an emblem for it. And so we fall literally thousands of feet into Station Square and take absolutely no fall damage. How does that work?
Tails? Tails!
Like an ostrich, he has buried his head in the sand.
You're not who I'm looking for.
Imagine being that girl, right? A hedgehog has just fallen from the sky.
Oh, I wonder if
And he's
okay.
like, Tails? Oh, you're not Tails. You'd be like, are you alright, mate? Are you fine? I don't think Sonic is okay. It's time for Twinkle Park, anyhow. Which is a theme park. Based on, I don't know, twinkling. Oh look, it's Amy Rose, maybe. I don't know, is there something we have to do before this? Oh yeah, we have to... I know what we have to do. We have to go around by the casino, then go to Twinkle Park. Because this game won't let you do its action stages in sequence. But first, we're going to get a little upgrade item. If we go up these stairs, and we do our little light speed dash, we can get a bonus item, which makes it charge faster. This is the light bracelet.
This is the
Oh, the crystal ring, yeah.
This reduces the time needed to store power for the Lightspeed Dash.
Right, so now instead of charging it for 7 years, it's like... It's still quite slow, though. We need to go out the casino side. I like this version of Sonic. It just looks like he's, like, eating some radioactive waste or something. He's in Fallout 76. Oh, look, it's Amy Rose.
Sonic, wait up!
That was a drum roll, in case you didn't get it.
Amy.
What's wrong with you anyway? Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble.
I really
He
couldn't
used
care
to be
less.
his bodyguard for a while.
This bird seems to be in trouble. We're trying to save the world here.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
Literally, all of Amy Rose's storylines can be summarised as, ugh. You can now play with Amy. Why would you want to do that to yourself?
No trains are currently
No
in
trains
service.
are in service, so you have to stay in Station Square. Fine. I don't know, this is a decent part of the game. It's just kind of... The way they do the story is kind of rubbish in this bit, but the actual stages are good, so I don't mind. Oh look, it's Amy again. And we've only moved about 10 feet. It's a robot.
Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose.
No
How do we
problem.
know he's
He's
Eggman's
just a junk
robot?
of cheesy hardware.
Like, did Robotnik build him? Like, he's never seen with the robot, so...
Oh, now what? Huh?
Huh? Eh?
Look here! It says, two couples get in free!
Well, that's lovely, Amy, but... Nah.
Amy!
Wait!
Oh, man. That girl is such a pain.
Girls, eh? Relatable. Yeah, this is Twinkle Park, which is like the kind of comedic relief stage, I guess. It's like, yeah, you've had enough of playing serious crystal stages. Crystal? What are they called? Emeralds. Emeralds. I definitely like Sonic. Big Sonic fan. The Chaos Crystals. So, we need a car. We're in a car. It's some Sonic driving. Does this remind you of anything? Sonic racing games. Sega Saturn might have had one, maybe. With a bit of Eurobeat. It's not exactly Sonic R, because Sonic just ran in Sonic R and everyone else had cars, but it's kind of a throwback, I guess, for Throwback Thursday. We're just going to murder a monkey. Try and satisfy some of Sonic's bloodlust. Also, does that sound like Sonic's voice actor? Because I don't think it does. He's just like, woohoo! You're not Sonic's voice actor. Who are you? We're going to try and do this bit as painlessly as possible. It's literally just like a little driving course. Thanks for that. We'll try not to die. We don't need any more whiskey than we currently have. I'm not going to repeat that, Black and Mild, but agree. Hard agree. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, and then you get to do woohoo. This is not The Sims. I like this piece of music, I must admit. So, Twinkle Park is basically like a theme park, I guess, where cute couples get in for free, except we're not with Amy anymore. It's a weird one. This is the platforming part of the stage. Let's go bowling! Hooray! We sort of did it. We didn't really. There's a big bouncy thing, some spiders. These are all definitely Sonic enemies and not just random things that the game developers had ideas for while drunk. Definitely. In fact, this whole game was not conceived while the developers were drunk. We just literally clipped through that door, so that's fine. Not a problem. Completely out of tune music over there for that carousel. Again, no issue. This game isn't broken, it's just not fixed. We jump over that monkey because we can. I've got to say, it's an ideal game for speedrunning because you can just run through the stages without really doing them. We need to be a little bit careful with this jump, so I'm just going to time it. And again. And again. Here we go. It sort of gravitates you towards things, which is weird. If you're not used to it, it can be quite hard to play Sonic Adventure. Luckily, I'm an expert of sorts. I'm not really an expert, I've just played it many times. So we can grab a trail of rings here. And then we can do that for no reason. I don't know. No one said this game made sense, it's just what we're playing. Is it here? Yeah, here we go. Boing! And there's the end of the stage. It's a weird one. And we get to rescue all the little animals that you can feed to Chow, except we're not doing any Chow because I don't really like the Chow. A lot of people love the Chow part of Sonic, and I get it, but it's not for me. I like platforming.
Yeah, not bad.
What's making that bouncing sound? I must know. So we're back to Station Square. Hooray. My knees need clicking again.
Welcome to
Because
Twinkle
I'm old.
Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy.
That's a good thing,
I
Sonic.
bet that robot Hulk
No,
got
that's a
after
good
her.
thing. You want to lose
I
Amy.
better catch her before it does.
Or we could not. So yeah, we're going to exit Twinkle Park. You can do a little Twinkle circuit race thing, but we're not 100% in this, so we don't have to. Here's a hint. Someone's dropped an ID card. Go and get it. So yeah, instead of actually seeing where Amy's gone, we're just going to grab this employee ID card and go into this building for no reason. Hooray! Also, we can't walk up that slope until the door is fully retracted. It's just a weird programming thing. Anyway, it's Speed Highway. Stage 6. I think that's the fastest between action stage transition you get in the game. Like 5 and 6 are so close. But we're over halfway, so great, I guess. We're doing well. We're keeping a good pace. If I can do this in like under 2 hours, that would be pretty good, I think. Because the last 3 or 4 stages are actually a little bit harder and take some more effort, but we haven't died once. So deathless run, perhaps? Maybe. I'm not promising anything because this is it's the speed that kills you in this stage. You can just run straight into stuff. But we're going to avoid those enemies and keep going. Now, I believe in a speed run you'd run on the top of this tunnel, but I really don't feel confident doing that because you can fall off and die. So let's not. We've also got 16 lives. We started with 4 and we've now got 16. So what does that say about this game? It's pretty easy. We jump on these platforms and we're going to wait. Is there an upper level? There is not. Later on there's an upper level when you go on the platforms. And we're going to get catapulted over here. Wonderful. We're going to grab onto the helicopter. You can get hurt by the blades. I forgot. I was like, oh, the blades aren't going to hurt me. They will. They will hurt. Press F for dead Sonic because of helicopter blades. You know they tell you like not to... there's certain things you shouldn't feed to hedgehogs. I think it's like milk because they're like lactose intolerant. Well, you shouldn't feed them helicopter blades either. It's just not good. Apparently they're not good for any living creature. Who would have guessed? We're going to take this... We were going to take the shortcut. Oh. Well, we've fallen down onto a different part of the level. Where are we? Have we skipped part of the level? I think we might have skipped part of this level. I honestly think we've done a bit of a skip there. Nice! Haha! So the Sonic speedrun is 34:33. We've been going for an hour and 10, I think, playing the actual game. I never said this was going to be an actual speedrun, but it's good to know that we haven't broken the world record. I wasn't expecting to, but it's good to know. So this is one part that you can die in if you hit the poles too many times. It's not too difficult, but there's some poles in the way. Or can you? We're not losing rings, it's just slowing us down. Okay. And now we're in the city. So we've just got to run through the city here. This part of the city is also Knuckles' bit when you're searching for the Chaos Emerald. You spend quite a long time here, so I know this bit quite well. Which is probably a precursor to me just like absolutely dying in this stage or getting lost, but I don't mind. So we'll run through to this part. There's a waterfall, not a waterfall, a fountain. They're two different things, waterfalls and fountains. Would you believe? Yeah, there's a fountain where the capsule full of tiny animals is residing. Oh, we could have died there. If we'd hit that police car with no rings, it would have absolutely killed us. But the strats have worked. We've rescued the tiny animals. And that's stage 6. 6 out of 10 stages complete. We're going to have some more whiskey because we're not going to die, so we might as well. Did we save Amy? Who knows? We sort of forgot about her, if I'm honest. In fact, we have totally forgotten about Amy. We'll just go to the Mystic Ruins now like nothing ever happened. And that's fine by me. Amy can save herself. She's a big girl. And we got stuck on a lamppost. Definitely not a speedrun.
We have to find Amy.
And the Dreamcast is doing its thing again, but at least we saved off the speed highway, so we'll just let it reset. It's all good. At least it's like giving us a good kind of half hour between resets. If it gets constant, we might have to abandon, but it's not been too bad so far. 60 frames per second, please. This is not the PlayStation Classic. Sick burn. Yeah, I haven't bought a PlayStation Classic, mainly because I still have my PlayStation, the original one, and nearly all of the games that are on the PlayStation Classic, so who needs a PlayStation Classic?
Select a file.
Anyway, we're basically starting from exactly where we were, so that's not bad at all.
Select a...
Let's get him!
We're apparently 55% clear, so not bad. Yeah, we get it. Luckily, I think the game only crashes between stages. If you're in final leg, it shouldn't crash. I hope, because we don't want to crash in final leg. That's like a long, long stage. So yeah, we're back, baby. And where's Amy? It said she should still be around here, so I'm going to guess she's in the casino part, because that's where she always is. I could be wrong, though. I'm trying to remember where she is, but I literally do not care about Amy, so I don't know.
Amy? Oh, man. Where can she
Here.
be?
Oh no, she's in that little tunnel, isn't she?
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
But there's a train strike. How will we ever get... Oh, there's not a train strike anymore. How convenient. It's going to be one of those days. Yeah, great one, Sonic. Right, let's see if we can run in one door and out the other. Because the train doors close, but if you get near enough them, or if you get stuck, yeah, you can come back out. But if you let it load, it won't let you back out. Record run with Amy is 13 minutes. I mean, I'm not going to do an Amy run, but I'm also not going to beat that time because that is pretty fast, if I'm honest. What's the record time with Big, Black and Mild? Because fishing is hard.
Hey there, Bolt Brain. You better give Amy to me or I'll squash
He's going to
ya.
squash ya. He seems unfazed.
Hey, what's happening here?
I've got some Monster Munch. Classic British snack. I don't know if Americans will understand Monster Munch, but I've got some. Gonna break open the Monster Munch because it's not an Armbar arcade stream without snacks, is it? Amy's been abducted. I couldn't care less, once again.
Shoot, I've lost her again.
It's not a massive deal, is it? 8 minutes 58 with Big the Cat. That's impressive. That's some good fishing. Don't know if you guys have ever played Sega Bass Fishing on the Dreamcast. I own it. I don't have the fishing rod attachment, but it's not terrible. It's not as bad as Big's fishing levels, that's for sure. So we're going to go past Ice Cap to this new part of the level, which is Red Mountain. But first we need a little power up, which is on top of here. It's the Ancient Light. This is the Ancient Light.
This is the Ancient Light.
Told you.
Try the light speed dash toward the enemy. With this, you can now do the light speed attack.
And we need that to destroy this monkey who's guarding Red Mountain. It's time for Red Mountain. This is a really good stage. The last few stages are really good. I think Red Mountain, Lost World and Final Leg are three of the absolute best Sonic stages ever. So strap yourselves in. Are there a good amount of decent fishing games in video game history? What are you thinking of? There's like Rapala fishing, I think, is another one. I think there's a Simple Series fishing game too, but let's not count that because nothing in the Simple Series is really worth playing. Unless you're on a YouTube channel, in which case it's all worth playing. Nice. Oh, we nearly jumped off the edge there. That would have been a whiskey. As things stand though, we're still deathless. Deathless through 6 levels. That's painful. There we go, we've got to make the rocket appear. Boom, blasting off. And then catch onto the ladder. Don't get distracted by the monkey. And we're good. So yeah, this is the initial part of Red Mountain, which is good. But the second part of Red Mountain is just absolutely one of the best bits of Sonic Adventure. Like, the scene setting in Sonic Adventure is really good. Like, the relaxed beach and this sort of hard rock mountain. Everything's really kind of adding up to a good game. Like, some people think Sonic Adventure was the start of Sonic's downfall, like the first 3D Sonic game. I think they're wrong. I really do. But yeah, if you can think of any more good fishing games for video game consoles, then yeah, go crazy, because I don't know that there are any. I'm not a big fishing fan though, so maybe that's the problem. This, by contrast, is a really good stage. Okay, I thought we might die there just because of the way Sonic was falling. We don't have any rings though, so if we do that again... Oh, that was close. There's a thing that breathes fire here, so we have to be careful. We're going to use these enemies as a bridge. And here's like a little... I don't know what you call it, a contraption perhaps, that allows us to get upwards. Most Sonic stages are like, go upwards or forwards, which I appreciate. It's a simple concept. Got to explain things to me in very simple terms. So this button's underneath a massive foot that will crush you, so we're not going to get crushed, because we don't want to. There was an extra life there, but we've already got 18 of them, so I think I'll pass. We're not going to get killed by a tiny monkey, but we are going to get killed by the Dreamcast. This may be the start of issues. You have to forgive a 20-year-old console. We're just going to have to speedrun the stage, I guess. I've accidentally chosen 50 Hz, but it's not too much of an issue. I don't know if it actually outputs in 50 FPS, but we will see. See if you can tell any difference, because for me, like 30 FPS I can see. Between 50 and 60, there's not a lot of difference for me. I think it restarts us right at Red Mountain. I hope so. It says from Mystic Ruins, which I don't like.
Select a character.
Let's get him!
See, I think my Dreamcast absolutely hates me because it restarts every now and then for no reason. And I'm like, I'm trying to stream, man. Yeah, that's it. We haven't died once. Apart from the times the Dreamcast has reset, we haven't died at all. So, what does that say? I think there's two major problems with Dreamcast. One is the disk door, which is the issue with it resetting. And one is the laser. Sometimes the laser goes and it won't read any games, which is the worst Dreamcast issue. And sometimes the disk door goes and it just sort of stops in the middle of games, which isn't the worst Dreamcast issue, but it's not great. So we've already got the Ancient Light, apparently. It's saved while we had the Ancient Light. So we're going to destroy the monkey one more time, and we're going to play through the first bit of Red Mountain again, because Apparently I didn't do it well enough for the Dreamcast's approval. Now if the Dreamcast glitches out again, I don't know, we'll have to make backup plans. Because I've got Sonic Adventure DX on GameCube, but the issue would be, do I have a save file which is up to Red Mountain? Maybe we'll just play Knuckles stages or something, I don't know. Or maybe we'll just persevere. Speedrun all the stages so the Dreamcast doesn't have a chance to fail. Yeah, we're doing absolute speedrun strats here. We're not going to get distracted by enemies, because we probably only have a finite amount of time before the Dreamcast resets once again. And we got stuck. See, rushing in Sonic games is never good. I always found in the original Sonic games, if you rushed, it was much harder. It was like, if you just set yourself and try and work out what the challenges ahead of you are, it's a lot easier to play Sonic games. Anyway, we are properly rushing through this stage now. This is like a Sonic Unleashed Day stage. It's only going to take like half a minute. We nearly fell off there as well. See, rushing is making the chance of me having to have a shot of whiskey far more likely. But we're doing okay so far. Got to avoid... Oh no, it's not the foot yet. We just got stuck on the barrier. I can't think of another console though that likes to break quite as much as the Dreamcast. Like, I've had 5 Dreamcasts, I think, and all of them have had some sort of issue. Like, I currently have 2 Dreamcasts, one where the laser doesn't really work and one where the disc door is a bit faulty. And you can balance a book on top of the disc door, but does it help? Not really. No, not often. Sometimes it makes it worse as well. Yeah, it's not like it wasn't a sturdily built console. I just think they weren't expecting it to last for 20 years. Like in 1999, they were going, yeah, in 2019 they're going to be playing the Dreamcast. They were like, it'll probably be the Dreamcast 5 or something. But little did they know that Sega were just going to go out of the console business. Anyway, we've made it past where we got to before, so that's good news. And the Dreamcast hasn't completely died yet, so that's another piece of good news. Maybe we will make it to the end. I'm going to regret saying that, I just know it. Anyway, we're going to go down into the floor. This has some good music as well. There's a lot of fire and lava though as well. There's a lot of hot things. So we're going to try and avoid too many hot things. We're going to get the Lightspeed shoes. They've got some good music. Unfortunately, they're going to make us run straight onto lava because that's just how they work. That's exploded. Here's a bridge through the lava, but the lava's a bit like the tide of the ocean. It comes up and tries to get you, so you have to be a bit careful. Also, the floor is lava. No, literally, the floor is lava. Like, I'm not joking. It's not that game you used to play in the living room. The floor is literally lava. That was dangerous. That was pretty dangerous. We're doing okay. Where am I going to land? Nobody knows, not even me. Really trying to rush through this stage in case the Dreamcast breaks again. There's some prisoners in there, I don't know if you saw them. They're dressed up in like classic jail outfits. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream of will the Dreamcast break or will the Dreamcast not break? Because playing on real consoles is the best. Except for when it isn't. An emulator would never do that to you, would it? It wouldn't just cut out and be like, oh, I've forgotten how discs work. If they brought out a Dreamcast Classic, I would love it. I would have to buy it. I mean, there was the Dreamcast Collection, which had... what did it have in it? Space Channel 5, Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi and... Did it have bass fishing? I don't think it had bass fishing. It had something that was a bit dubious though. Anyway, that's Red Mountain complete. So that will at least save. Welcome, Railfan Eric. I couldn't read your name while I was playing. I was like, is that a Swedish word?
Yeah,
I
not
can't
bad.
tell. It's not a Swedish word, it's 3 English ones together. There's the egg carrier. I'm going to have a monster munch. There's a tiny mole sort of moling about behind us. Here's Tails, it's time for Sky Chase 2.
Sonic.
No.
Tails, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm going to do a challenge for Sky Chase 2 because it's so easy. It's going to be called Can You Drink Whiskey for the entirety of Sky Chase 2.
Ready to roll, champ? Let's
You better
go.
hope we can.
Roger.
Silent Motorbike prefers the DX version more than Dreamcast version because he feels like the DX version has a better frame rate and the Dreamcast version has awful controls. I can get behind that. I mean, the Dreamcast version doesn't feel that bad to me, but I grew up with it. And, I mean, the frame rate is definitely a thing that exists on the Dreamcast version. I forgot I'd have to talk while I did this, but I'll talk and drink some whiskey while playing Sky Chase. One-handed Sky Chase. I just feel like the Sky Chase segments are a bit long. Yeah, I'm giving up on the whiskey drinking part. Yeah, fortunately we're not speedrunning this because we're already about an hour and 30 in, so if I was speedrunning this, I'm a little bit off the world record. I might be on a PB pace though, but my Dreamcast hates me, so it keeps resetting. But that being said, I think there's something to be said for just casually playing through games. I know speedrunning is a really big thing, and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is a really good run. I quite like the whole, was it Crazy Gadget Skip or whatever they call it. But I think learning routes and stuff, maybe this would be a good game for me to start speedrunning, but
Hope you know what you're doing.
for now I think I'm content with reliving my childhood by just playing through it. Transformers, Tails in disguise. There we go.
Let's do it.
So now we transformed, we have to play through another segment. I think it definitely would not have been possible to drink whiskey through this entire Sky Chase act. That being said, we've had a bit, and we haven't died yet, which is good. So yeah, after stage 7, Red Mountain, the next one is Skydeck, which takes place on the egg carrier. So this is what this is all leading up to. We're going to end up on the egg carrier, and Skydeck is probably one of the hardest stages. I think there are a couple of places where I might end up dying, so we've got whiskey at the ready, if I do. It's not too bad, it's not like difficult, it's just a little bit fiddly. I don't think Lost World has many places we're going to die, and then Final Egg, maybe a couple of places, but we should be good. It's more about whether or not the Dreamcast is going to reset itself in the middle. That said, I think we'd start on Sky Chase if it did, because we completed Red Mountain, so I think we're good. As long as we keep completing stages, like, if the Dreamcast isn't resetting every 10 minutes, we'll be fine. Here we go. We get to blow up the back part of the egg carrier very soon. There we go. When it's taking in everything, we can... There we go. We've shot it and we've done literally half damage to it already. Excellent. Now the score, we've got 17,000 score. I don't know if that's any good. We also get a percentage. We'll see what the percentage is, but we've damaged the egg carrier sufficiently. I'm gonna have another Monster Munch. 50%. I mean, that's good, isn't it? Fun fact, this was supposed to be my Christmas whiskey. It's nearly gone.
Alrighty,
I'll have to get some more Christmas whiskey.
We gotta land on the egg
Chrisky,
carrier.
if you will.
Whoops. I forgot something.
What did you forget, Tails?
There's no landing gear.
A landing gear.
What?
I echo Sonic sentiments. What? We'll just dig it into the runway, it's fine. No problem.
Wow, this thing is really
That's what she
huge.
said.
No time to gawk now. We need to find Amy.
You're right, my friend. So here we
Go! The lines are delivered in Sonic Adventure in such a way that it is impossible to take them seriously. Okay. We're gonna... okay, we're gonna try that again. That's better.
Don't get too many ideas, you fools.
You fools!
You haven't seen the power this vessel really
Oh yeah? What power does this vessel really have?
Get a load of this.
Classic Eggman line there. I love, get a load of this, and he's not gonna get away with this. Transformers, Robotnik's in disguise. Can't really disguise Robotnik because he's just like a big ball sort of looking dude.
Change shape. Did you
I did see that, yeah. Does anyone else think that Robotnik looks a little bit like Mobo or Robo from Bonanza
I
Bros?
hate it when he does
Was he based on one of them, or is that just me like
I bet you weren't
being a
expecting
conspiracist?
the only way you can get
That is the third aircraft Tails has crashed. You are correct, Black and Mild.
figure this one
It's
out.
I hadn't actually noticed that, despite having played this game for a long time.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Bring it on.
And at the start, Sonic goes, "But you're such a great pilot." He's not.
This must be the way to the sky.
So
deck.
go in. This must be the way to the... Just literally enter it. It's a speed run. Come on. It's not a speed run. I lied. Stage 8. We're nearly there. 8 out of 10. That's what I'd give to this speed this speed run. This run.
Whoa!
So we get to do more grabbing onto things. This one's nice and girthy. And then things are going to start shooting at us. We're going to do the 110 meter hurdles. We're going to defeat Usain Bolt. Sonic is supposedly faster than Usain Bolt, right? Let's go this way. Okay, let's not go that way. Oh, this might actually be tough. Nope, we didn't die. You all thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. Let's go the normal way. I'm sure there is a way to get over to that shortcut, I just messed it up. Ooh. It's easy to fall off Skydeck. Like, Skydeck has a lot of places where it's just like, ha, you went into the void. Let's avoid the void. Eh? Tails just absolutely murdering himself down there. He has not avoided the void. The frame rate's avoiding the void. Barely. Lots of bounce pads. Speed shoes. Here we go. Right, there's one of those spiky balls there. We're just going to have to be careful of that. We've nearly got another life. Not that we need it. I mean, we'll have like 19 lives, but okay. Fine. Now, I'm hoping the Dreamcast doesn't crash during Skydeck, because it is the second longest stage, if I recall correctly. Woohoo! And up we go. Oh, that'll do. I wanted to get to the top, but it's fine. Yep. 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 And on. And then we run over here. It's sort of like there's multiple paths, but they all lead to the same place, so it's basically pointless. And cannons shoot at you wherever you go, so you can't escape them. Oh! First death. Right, let's not do that again. I thought we were going to have a deathless run, I literally did. But like I said, it's easy to ping off into space in Skydeck. There's no real things to hold on to or to judge your position by even. It's just like, oh yeah, you fell off. Great. Nearly did it again. Why are we so bad? I think you're just not supposed to jump on those, but I like to be quite fast, so... Alright, we won't jump this time. Although we need a ladder of some sort, otherwise we're not going to be able to advance. I see the ladder. It's coming. We're going to have a monster munch while we wait. There's alarms going off. Sometimes Sonic doesn't grab back on when you jump, so I'm worried. Let's go for the highest level, why not? So we got the magnetic ring booster, which allows us to collect rings without touching them. That's good. Nearly didn't make it onto there either. So we're going to fire ourselves into the cannon. And that brings us somewhere else. Weird transition, that one. Yeah, there's strong winds in this level, so sometimes it just blows you straight off the level. I don't like that. Like this. Oh. Okay, we've got 54 rings, so we should be fine. My main concern is getting blown off the level. If we can just hold on to a ring or two, we should be fine. There's also a running stage, which kind of worries me. We have got to be more careful. We have got to be more careful. Oh, come on. Skydeck is one of those stages where I like it, but when I'm playing it, I don't. Okay, it's only when you're playing it that you realise how absolute madness it actually is. Thank you, Tails, for collecting a ring for us. Right, here we go. This is the running bit that makes no sense. You have to get that checkpoint, otherwise you are just doomed. So basically, platforms kind of... they do that to you. And then you die. Are we stuck? Oh no, we're fine. Okay. That's a gap. So the bladed spinners appear in Sonic Lost World. Lost World is a game I have to get to, like I've got a Wii U. Fun story, I won my Wii U in a competition for free. So that was good. We're gonna make it! Yes, we're gonna make it. Excellent. Okay. So now we have to wait until this cannon faces us. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Very careful. Just be extremely careful. No, okay. Right, we gotta wait. Yeah, I won my Wii U in a competition, but I haven't really bought many games for it because just no one really supported the Wii U. Like, no one bought one when they came out, and like, not many games came out for it, so all I've really got is Injustice Gods Among Us 2 or 1. I think maybe 1. Injustice Gods Among Us and Zombie U, Batman Arkham Asylum and Nintendo Land and Splatoon. Those are my Wii U games, but I should get Sonic Lost World. I've been meaning to, it's just one of those things where Wii U games are definitely not top of my priority list at the moment. At the minute, it's probably Yakuza games that are top of my priority list, because whenever Sega release a new Yakuza game, I'm on it like a car bonnet. Also, we probably shouldn't have done that. That's it. Right, we've got to grab onto the crane when it comes round. The camera angles in Sonic Adventure are... they're not great, are they? Okay. Let's try that again. Can you pick us up, please? Like, this is like waiting for an Uber and they're like, confirmed, and they just don't arrive. Anyway, we made it. So we've got to jump on top of one of these dudes. That's it. Onto these. And then we've got to jump to this other one before it moves. And then we can go across. You can do it either side, it doesn't matter. Gonna try and go on the upwards part. Ah, denied. Absolutely denied. I can't believe they would deny me like this. I think the bladed spinners also appear in Sonic Adventure 2, if I'm not mistaken. I might be. I'm often mistaken. I think we wait for another crane here. Do we? No, it doesn't seem like a place to wait for a crane. Oh, this is where all the gravity changes. You press a button, I think, and the gravity changes. Or no, it just changes by itself. That's fine. And we still have to go upwards, so we're going to use a bounce pad. Use these ladders, try and avoid bits of metal that are flying towards us. I see a checkpoint. I think we're going to get there, hopefully. We have to detach ourselves from the ladders, which is easier said than done. There we go, we're at the checkpoint. Bounce pad. The gravity's gone absolutely insane. I don't know what's happening with it. Best not to think about it, really. And there's a little running section because it's a Sonic game. You've got to have a running section. Like, come on. We're nearly there. We are so close. There we go. We press the button to change the gravity, which means we can then go through here and finish the stage. Another stage down, 2 to go. Couple of fights, couple of stages, and we will be done with Sonic Adventure, Sonic Story. Can you believe?
Yeah,
Thank you,
not
Rail
bad.
Fan Eric, for the follow. We're trying to get, you know when Twitch streamers have that thing where like, Rail Fan Eric has followed. We're trying to get that, but I've only got it in the Streamlabs OBS setup, so it tells me like 10 minutes after you do it. More whiskey.
Is that it?
It might be, but let's check out the bridge.
Suppose we better check out the bridge. I think that's where you're supposed to go. There is a bit in this game, if I recall, which is tricky and you're not supposed to go there, but I think you are supposed to do this. We'll find out. Yeah, you are. It's someone else's story. I think Knuckles, which has you go down and then up and then change the configuration of the ship and some other crazy stuff.
Sonic!
Ha! They're too late.
Not the birdie!
Why does he want the bird? Oh yeah, it's got a Chaos Emerald in its, like, trinket or something. I don't know.
A Chaos Emerald!
So the bird was a Chaos Emerald all along.
Be gone, all of you! This is all I really need. Gamma!
Oh, is the Dreamcast? No, I thought the Dreamcast was going to glitch out then, because when the screen goes to black, it's not a good sign. But it was just loading. It's fine. I worry. Gamma's got some funky music, you know. I could get down to this.
Get rid of these pests! Show them what
So, instead of oh no, it's time to get your best clanking noises ready.
and don't disappoint me, or else!
Are you ready for some clanking noises? Because I am. And that's literally it. I don't know why they included the Knuckles fight and that fight in this game. It makes no sense to me. They're far too easy. That being said, he is now fried. I'm an electrician, that's the technical term. He is fried. I am legitimately an electrician, so. No, wait, don't destroy him. Why not? How she had time to get in front of the fastest hedgehog in the world, I don't know.
Step aside, Amy. Out of my way.
No! This robot
Logic, meet whiskey.
he helps me. Don't hurt him.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Sure, I'll spare
You must have your reasons.
the antagonist henchman just because you've got your reasons. To be fair, there is E102's story, which is pretty decent. It's better than the robot levels in Sonic Adventure 2, I think.
Hurry, Tails. Take Amy
I didn't really like those. I thought they were a bit slow.
But what about you?
I'll find that Eggman and put him out of commission.
So yeah, it's time for Chaos 6. Can you believe Dr. Robotnik has 6 Chaos Emeralds and we have none? What's up with that? So there's little cannons here. If we jump on top of them, or into them, they fire us up here. It's time.
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape.
That's a weird
There
translation.
must be
If
a
I am
switch
to
somewhere on the
continue...
bridge. I've got to
Okay.
find it now.
So yeah, the switch is behind the captain's chair. Wow, Sonic Adventure. I'm loving the camera angle. Thank you for that. Look, what camera angle's that? It's Sonic's feet. that is a weird one. I'm gonna have to say that is a strange one. Anyway, we're going up here to the pilot's place. I don't know what you call it. And then we have to... Do we do a thing? How do we... I think, actually... If I recall, you can trigger it without moving the chair. I could be wrong, though. Okay, I think I'm wrong. What do we have to do?
The switch to transform the egg carrier is somewhere in this
Yeah,
room.
it's behind the chair, but how do I push the chair? Ah, there we go. I knew it. Transformed. Sonic and All-Stars Racing. Transformed. 6? What's 6? Oh, Chaos 6. Yeah, he's got 6 emeralds, hasn't he?
Emergency alert has been cancelled.
He's got the one from the birdie. He's got the 2 we gave him in the Mystic Ruins. He's got the 2 we gave him in Station Square. And he's got the one that he originally had. So that makes 6. Which is Chaos 6. We need to go to the bit that looks like a big old stage. Up here. There we go. It's Chaos 6. Big the Cat's there. He's just there. We don't know why. We wish he wasn't. I like the music for this. It's a bit like Primal.
Oh no!
It's my bongos.
Not
I'm doing my
again.
bongos. I do actually have some bongos, but they're in the other room, so...
Could this be the same beast?
Ha 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 ha. He loves that laugh.
Attack Sonic now!
Froggy. Froggy.
I must say Froggy!
Yeah, the voice actor wasn't really trying that
If
hard.
he's your friend, I'll help you.
That is an interesting point, Eric. We don't
Just
see
leave it
Chaos
to
3 or
me.
5. I wonder what they're like.
Now I have 6 of the Chaos.
Because Chaos 1
There's only
has that
one
like
more
really
left
thin
to
arm and a really
find.
hench arm.
I even
Like, you know, he's been
found Chaos's missing
overusing
tail.
one arm, if you know what I
You won't
mean.
get away with this, you madman!
But Chaos 3 must have like one hench leg.
No match for Chaos, even though he's not perfected yet.
He nearly is. Chaos 7's the perfect Chaos.
Destroy them all immediately.
He's big. We'll give him that. He has grown. He's got swole. He is now hench. Anywho, Dr. Robotnik drops these little egg things, which if we grab them and then... That's the one. No, I don't think we've done it. We haven't done it. Where's the rings? Give me rings, give me rings. Good. So yeah, if we can freeze them and then somehow get them inside of Chaos. We're not doing great at that at the minute, but... Oh, we've died. Right. Whiskey.
If only you could freeze Chaos. Try and think of
I can think of a way. Alright, that's it. We just let it go into his mouth. I remember now. I thought we had to throw it in there. Turns out we don't. Yeah, this isn't the most difficult boss fight, but I feel like it's more inventive than Chaos 4. Like, Chaos 4 really had that kind of, you're just waiting. Whoa. I don't know where he learned that, but that's a pretty powerful technique. Maybe Jacare Souza taught it to him. Another one. He can't believe this. I can. Chuck another one in his mouth. Go on. Is he going to freeze? No, he's not. Oi. Let me go. Oh, mamma mia, let me go. I grabbed the ring just to... We're just perpetuating the ring. Where? Where are the rings? Give me some rings. I need some rings. Give me them rings. Okay, we're good. And we lose them immediately, but it's in Sonic, it's more about keeping one ring than it is about keeping loads, so we'll be fine. This is not the greatest speed run, but we're getting there.
No way! I can't believe this!
Sonic's oh yes, of course it does. I should light speed attack him. You make an excellent point, Eric. I'd forgotten that. There we go. We didn't have to do it anyway. We've beaten him.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
And the winner by TKO, Sonic the Hedgehog. The Hedgehog. His nickname's the Hedgehog, but his surname is also the Hedgehog. It's like Mario, if you will. I'd have some whiskey for fun, not just because we died. It's that funky egg carrier music once again.
Sonic!
Alright, Knuckles, how you been?
Hey there, Knuckles. Glad you finally made it. I thought you got lost or something.
Until we meet again, Sonic!
See ya.
Stop! Come back here!
He sounded really enthusiastic. Stop, come back here. Please. I suppose The is his nickname. He's just Sonic Hedgehog and then The is his nickname. I like it. Well done, Jason. There's not really been much to clip for you tonight, is there? Like, auto accidents are more your domain of clippage. We have died a few times, I'll give you that. Anyway, it's time for Lost World.
I hate Eggman.
Not the game, the stage.
Where's this?
It's a Mayan temple. Of sorts. This stage is pretty as technical. That one was for Preston. So we're getting this sort of ancient
That light.
backstory now.
I think it's trying to show me something.
This is like the proper story to the game as well. This is the only moment where it's like, no, there is a story to this game and we're going to tell you it. Now you can play with Big. Hooray. I don't want to. It's time for Lost World. Now Lost World's one of my favourite stages, if only for the theming. Like, Final Egg is the best one to play. Lost World is the best one for the theming. It's like Tomb Raider meets Uncharted meets Sonic the Hedgehog, and I think that is a great combo. Also, the music's pretty dank. Just never-ending corridors. We've got some like dominoes coming out the walls, bit of fire. It's extreme pensioner dominoes. I don't know why it's pensioner. I guess because they're like getting cremated or something, I don't know. Nice. If you don't make that jump, you get impaled. I would quite like to save that as a checkpoint, please. Thank you. 54 seconds though to that checkpoint is not bad. Now this is a bit of a puzzle. So there's 3 lights that we need to light. And the way to do that is to get up and press the buttons to light them. There's one of the buttons. We'll be using that one a little bit later on. This piano bit is just, oh. Like, I learned piano as a kid, and just any piano break in a song is lovely. So there's the first button that we're going to want to press. That's number 1. Should we see if we can get number 2? I think we should. So we might have to jump on this giant snake. Try and get him to give us a lift. Call an Uber snake, if you will. There's the next one. So we're going to hop off. Number 2. I like that it's got a little bit of puzzling to it. Like, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it is a little bit of a challenge. Like, young me had trouble working this out. Older me, not so much. So we're going to do a lap. We're going to stay sort of glued to the snake. You do kind of move around, which is kind of worrying, but I don't think you can fall off unless you're really unfortunate. We did kind of clip through him, so we're going to be a little bit careful, but we're fine. It's fine. That was the first one. There's the one we need. There we go, the door is open. And the snake is gone. We need him, because we need him to give us a lift to over there by the door. Wow, the camera is just... The camera's just not good, is it? Like, I know it's a talking point very often of Sonic Adventure that the camera is not good, but it just really is not. Oh. Yeah, no, we're fine. I was like, do we need to press another switch? Is the water level not high enough? But it clearly was. It's fine. Here we go. I like this bit as well. Like, Lost World has a couple of really nice thematic stages. I've fallen off here before, but not today. So when you touch these doors, they open. Unlike the other door, which was far more complex. So basically here you have to shine mirrors at mirrors to make light. It's a bit Indiana Jones. I like it. There's some flaming arrows going on. It's all good. Very kind of Aztec, Mayan, ancient civilization. Snake heads on there. You can go through this bit in the dark, but it's not recommended. I think you're better off just shining mirrors at mirrors to make sure you can see what you're doing. Sometimes I just run off the edge of the platforms because I'm not great at Sonic games, let's be real, but most of the time we do okay. Collect some more rings. We did get an extra life back there a couple of minutes ago, so that was good. And dash. That's good. More dominoes coming out the walls. And then there's this bit, which is a water slide for starters. That's good. It's like your local swimming pool, but for hedgehogs. And then there's this bit, which is another sort of puzzly bit, I guess. You have to light up blocks and climb up walls and stuff. It's good. Oh, first, a literal trap from Indiana Jones, because why not? Or Indiana Jones if you want, but I'm from the south, innit? So yeah, we're getting chased by a flaming rolling ball. City Escape playing in our heads. The ball is rolling around at the speed of sound. So we're just going to go through here to the next little bit, and we've got to climb up the walls. So when they go dark and they all line up is when you can climb the walls. Before then you're not allowed to. Oi! Don't be costing me rings. And then when you go up the walls you can sort of get to new places which you couldn't get to before. Got to mine those spikes. That was incredibly dangerous. So then there's this switch. And then we're going to climb up these walls. Nice. 40 rings for our trouble. And then we're going to go over to this bit. I can see the checkpoint counter. We're literally just going to do massive jumps because there's big danger. There is big danger.
No.
That being said, we hit the checkpoint, so we're going to start from exactly there. But it was a death, so whiskey first.
No.
Double death, double whiskey. I had to do that one-handed because I was still drinking. Alright, fire is hot. Noted. So we're going to go on these. I've got to be careful because we've literally got no rings. That being said...
Use the switch.
Yeah, I've got
to light
that.
up the wall panels. You can walk on those panels when lit.
We can walk on the Oh, whoa. Okay. Sonic was just like on the wrong plane of existence for a second. He was kind of still thinking that he was attached to a wall, but he wasn't. Anyway, the idea here is to jump up onto these spikes once they trigger, and then jump up onto this platform, and then do the light speed dash. We got it. And then round there, up here. And we did it. There is no... Hold on. Yeah, there is no proper ending to this level. Literally, you load, and then you go 2 steps, and then the level ends, and it's like... I mean, I guess that can be the level ending if you really want Sega, but bit weird, isn't it? Bit weird to have a level end like that. Anyway, this is the backstory. This is the whole plot of the game. You've waited 9 stages for it, so I suppose we better see what it's all about. Anyone with all the Chaos Emeralds is corrupted.
Wow,
it's all that sort of
this?
thing, you know. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
A mural.
A Muriel? Who's she? Look, it's Ultimate Chaos and it's Station Square. It's all happened before. Flashback. You're listening to Flashback FM.
What's this place? Where am I?
This is really red.
weird.
So yeah, weirdly, there's a little playable bit in here, but all you have to do is walk forwards. And then you get the next cutscene. Why make that playable? Sega, what are you doing?
Why did this have to happen?
This is probably the part of the game that I
It's
care least
terrible.
about, to be honest. The plot.
I must stop this now.
So everything is on fire because of the massive Chaos Emerald, which is like Knuckles' one? I don't know. It's a weird one. Anywho, that's not important. Sonic's been asleep in front
What
of the
was that all
temple
about?
for a couple of hours.
I don't think I'm dreaming here.
There goes Robotnik.
Eggman!
No, Robotnik. Better follow him, I guess.
What's he doing here? Well, never mind. This time I'll
This
get
is
it
literally
good.
the final stage of the game, so we've nearly done it. And, like, bear with me here. We've had all of Sonic's story. Like, does this make sense to you in terms of the things that he's done? He went to the Mystic Ruins just for the hell of it. He went to Station Square for the hell of it. He met up with a few pals, and now we're just going to head towards the egg carrier for no real reason other than Eggman's there. We're going to climb this massive ladder because I'm going to get my bearings, and we're going to head towards the sort of searchlights of the egg carrier. So, there they are. Right, it's over there. You can actually run on top of the jungle. If you do it well enough, you can kind of just skip wherever you want to skip to, which is great considering the final stage is here and we didn't actually need to have to navigate through the jungle. We like breaking games. It's Final Egg. Now, Final Egg has some of the absolute best music in video games. Like, I'm not even up for a debate on this. It's amazing. There's this tiny puzzle to do, you know. If you can pass GCSE maths, you can do this puzzle. He says while thinking about this puzzle. So you have to light all the things up, and when you light all the things up, the drawbridge comes down and you can enter Final Egg. The other puzzle in the game has the letters E, G, G, M, A, N, and you must press them in sequence. It's not hard. The puzzles in Sonic Adventure are not hard. Anywho, best stage in the game. This one's amazing. Like, Final Egg is such a good platforming stage. Even if we get murdered, it's still a great stage. I'm not going to try and get murdered, but it's possible. We'll take that 17th life just in case I get killed 16 times over here. So it's got a sort of industrial kind of factory theming to it, but the robots, just everything is so good. The music's wonderful. Like, this for me is like peak nostalgia gaming. Like, Final Egg, I would literally I'd load my save files to replay Final Egg. That's how much I liked it. Such a great stage. Love these conveyor belts. And then these like tumble dry sort of looking things, they always reminded me of the things they used to flavour crisps in. You know when you've got like crisps being tumbled around with the flavours. I don't know if you've watched How It's Made, but they'll tell you. They remind me of that sort of thing. But yeah, we just make our way through there. You know, Sonic just runs through. He doesn't really think about the places he visits. He just runs all the way through them. Slightly more difficult bit. Not too hard. Pop over here. There's a tiny bit of precision platforming in parts here, but as long as you don't absolutely mess up, it is literally fine. The big question is, why is Sonic music so good? Like, I know Jun Senu was in charge of most of the good Sonic music of Crush 40, like, excellent guitarist, wonderful musician, but there's just a real, like, even Richard Jakes on Sonic R did an amazing job. It's classic music for a reason. Like, it doesn't fit the game, but it's really good music. Richard Jakes also did tracks for Jet Set Radio, which again, really good, and Metropolis Street Racer. All Dreamcast classics. Oh, we got to level 2, the isolation wall, apparently. So this is a bit more platforming challenging. There's big hammers. We've got to make our way over to this platform without being hit by the huge hammer. Next one. You've got to be careful there because, like, the actual body of the hammer is in the way. It's fine, it's just I've messed up there enough times to know And down we go. We've got some more spinner things there. We're going to take the checkpoint just in case. Always take the checkpoints just in case. Now you can jump all the way down here, but it's not recommended because the level doesn't actually load, I don't think. Oh, it does. Okay, we're fine. Whew. I think if you jump from the very first platform, the level doesn't load sometimes and you just fall to your death, so careful. Anyway, we're in this little spider crab descender thing. It's an emergency. We've got to dispose of any intruders. Sonic being the main intruder. So we're just going to run through here. There's some power-ups. We don't need them. We're powerful enough, thank you very much. So loads of tiny little crab things that explode if you try and hit them. So just don't. You're going to go up the ladder. It's quite a big ladder. Avoid the spikes. And down here. For another wind-based stage. This is a throwback to Windy Valley. Probably best not to jump, but I forgot about the fact it was best not to jump, so we did. Downward wind stage, just got to be a little bit careful not to hit anything there. Through to another room of these little bastards. And here we go. Lots of rings. And we're falling down. We just got to be careful not to hit the big spiky ball boys. And up on the wind. Good job. Good job, Nay. I'm coaching myself here. More of these dudes. Are we supposed to go up there? Where are we going? Oh, there we go. We'll go through here, I guess. So this is just like an empty room? I don't know. It's a big level, but there's some bits where it just doesn't really feel that filled out. But it's part of E102's training level, I think, where those Sonic and Knuckles dolls are. So that's what that's supposed to be. Oh, careful. Let go of me. So we're supposed to do our light speed dash here. And apparently we didn't do it. So we'll try that again. Come on, Sonic. You can do it. Well done. Complete.
Yes.
Final boss time.
Yeah, not
The
bad.
Dreamcast is holding up well, I will say. So when you complete Final Egg, Eggman ain't that happy. It's got to be said. That's the Egg Viper. It's pretty fearsome, isn't it?
Well, if it isn't my pal Sonic, I'm surprised you made it this far.
Hold it right
So this is
there,
a fairly easy fight. I don't think we should die too many times. I've still got plenty of whiskey, so we'll be alright. It's time for the Egg Viper. If only AJ was here to see the Viper reference. I don't know what that like random moaning was. It was like Anywho, I know I've started saying anywho. I'm gonna stop.
Get a load of this.
You have to be careful because he fires lasers at you.
Get a load of this.
Usually if you're jumped, it's fine. He also exposes himself, which is a bit disturbing, really. You never really want anyone to expose themselves. Nice. Oh, it's the laser one. Big sort of nuclear bomb blast there. So what we're really meant to do is wait for him to extend those, and then, boom. If we wait too long, he shoots something at us, but he hasn't.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
There we go, we're back in our winning ways. Is it going to be the big nuclear bomb blast? Yes, it is. We can avoid that. See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
See if you can make it through.
Spoilers, we can. Yeah, you can't taunt Sonic and not expect some sort of retribution.
Get a load of this.
And again,
Get a load of this. Get a load
he
of
does more this time. I like that they sequence break him and they sort of make him do different stuff because...
It's no
Oh, no! We've fallen off the stage! I was standing too close to the edge. That's my fault entirely, but like, I was trying to dodge his lasers. That's my fault for getting cocky, if we're honest. Let's grab some rings.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Ha-ha! Oh!
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Oh! I need to stop getting hit, really. That's the big nuclear bomb. Nice. We're gonna wait.
See if you
And
can
then
make
go.
it through here, Sonic.
I don't know why he allows us to even do that. Like, if he didn't do that, we couldn't defeat him.
Get a load of this.
So probably best not to, Robotnik.
Get a load of this.
Nuclear bomb blast. Yep. He's predictable. See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
I can. And I will. He's not going to get away with this.
Get a load of this.
3 of these this time.
Get a load of this.
Or not. No, only 2. Okay. So I can't remember exactly what we have to do for this bit. That's it. We just have to avoid it. There's no need to like go too close to the edge.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic.
There we go. We're nearing the end of the game.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Okay, now he has like spinning platforms. This bit isn't actually too hard. It's just timing.
Way. I can't believe.
He's got a lot of health though.
All systems.
He's destroyed the other side, okay. So there's only this side to take up residence. And he's destroyed a platform on this side as well, so it's getting pretty cozy in here.
It's no use. Give up.
But one more of those and we're going to be victorious, eh? Oh. He's pretty serious though.
It's no use. Give up.
Oh no! He appears to have been destroyed. Right, we've got to be careful because he has one final attack. It looks like he's been destroyed.
Watch out. He's up to something.
But as Takal says, he's up to something. So we then move and avoid his attack, and that is Sonic Adventure complete. Whew!
Hey, I'll
2
barbecue
hours
some other time.
20-ish. Not a speed run, but we've done it nonetheless. It's actually faster than my original complete series, if I recall. I think they had like 6 episodes of half an hour each. So yeah, here's the ending. And I finished my whiskey. That is a PB, you know? It's my personal best. I'm just personally very slow at running it. This is Sonic's theme. Thank you, Eric. I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's nostalgic for me to play through Sonic Adventure because I had it from like age... I'm going to say age like 10 or so. So, ever since then I've sort of played through Sonic's campaign as a bit of nostalgia. It's my favourite part of Sonic Adventure, and Sonic Adventure is my favourite 3D Sonic game, so proper nostalgia there. Thanks to everyone for sticking along with it. It's been a run, hasn't it? Longest stream yet on Throwback Thursdays, but I'd like to do more of these things where like I really know the game well and just play through the whole of it. So if you'd like to see more of that, let me know. We'll be in our Discord, and obviously we'll be back streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. We've got a video out on Friday, AJ's first defense of the challenge belt on a game that a sport that he knows, but a game that isn't great. And yeah, we will be back with some more Sonic content at some point. It's a great theme tune, isn't it? And I turn it up a little bit because it's good. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a wonderful Thursday night. Looking forward to Friday, looking forward to the weekend. UFC 231, of course, is at the weekend. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I've been Nay. Subscribe to the YouTube if you want. We post videos there. Subscribe to Twitch if you'd like. Follow Twitch, whatever you feel like doing. And yeah, just thanks for sticking along with this stream. I will catch you next Thursday for another Throwback Thursday, and until then, see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.